Om Sai Ram. Today I am going to continue part 2, that is chapter 19. Towards the end of the 19th chapter, Hemadpant had dealt with some other matters which are given below. Baba's advice regarding our behavior. The following words of Baba are of great welfare and invaluable. If they are kept in mind and acted upon, they will always do you good. Unless there is some relationship or connection, nobody goes anywhere. If any men or creatures come to you, do not discourteously drive them away, but receive them well and treat them with due respect. Shri Hari, that is God, will be certainly pleased if you give water to the thirsty, bread to the hungry, clothes to the naked, and your veranda to strangers for resting. If anybody wants any money from you and you are not inclined to give, do not give, but do not bark at him like a dog. Let anybody speak hundreds of things against you. Do not resent by giving any bitter reply. If you tolerate such things, you will certainly be happy. Let the world go topsy-turvy. You remain where you are. Standing in your own place, look on calmly at the show of all things passing before you. Demolish the wall of difference that separates you from me, and then the road of our meeting will be clear and open. Standing in your own place. So demolish the wall of difference. So this is how Sai is advising us that there should not be any difference, there should not be any wall between us and Sadguru Sai. The sense of differentiation and I and thou is the barrier that keeps away the disciple from his master, and unless that is destroyed, the state of union or atonement is not possible. Allah Malik, that is God, is the sole proprietor. Nobody else is our protector. His method of work is extraordinary, invaluable, and instructable. His will be done, and His will show us the way and satisfy our heart's desires. It is on account of Runanbandh, that is former relationship, that we have come together. Let us love and serve each other and be happy. He who attains the supreme goal of life is immortal and happy. All others merely exist, that is, live so long as they breathe. Now, let us see how encouraging good thoughts to fruition. It is interesting to note that how Sai Baba encouraged good thoughts. You have to surrender yourself completely to Him with love and devotion, and then you will see how He helps you. Throughout, some saints have said that when you get a good thought immediately after awakening from sleep, and if you develop the same afterwards during the day, your intellect will be unfolded and your mind will attain calmness. Hemadpant wanted to try this. On one Wednesday night before going to bed, he thought, tomorrow is Thursday, an auspicious day, and the place, that is Shri, is so holy. So let me pass the whole day in remembering and celebrating the Ram Nam. And then he slept off. Next morning, when he got up, he remembered without any effort the name of Ram and was much pleased. He then, after finishing his morning duties, went to see Baba with flowers. He then, after finishing his worship, when he left Dikshit Wada and was passing by Bhuti Wada, that is present Samadhi Mandir, he heard a beautiful song that was being sung nicely by one Aurangabadkar in the masjid before Baba. The song was Guru Kripajan Payo Mere Bhai. etc. by Eknath, in which he said that he got collyrium in the form of his Guru's grace, which opened his vision and made him see Ram in and out in sleep, dream, and waking state, and everywhere. There were so many songs, but why was this song being particularly chosen by Aurangabadkar, a devotee of Baba? It is not a curious coincidence arranged by Baba to amplify the determination of Hemadpant to sing unnecessarily Ram Nam during the day. All saints agree and lay stress upon the efficacy of uttering Ram's Nam in fulfilling the ambitions of the Bhaktas and in protecting and saving them all from calamities. Variety in Upadesh, that is, slanderer condemned. Sai Baba required no special place nor any special time for giving instructions. Whenever any occasion demanded, he gave them freely. Once it so happened that a bhakta of Baba relieved behind his back before other people. On leaving aside merits, he dwelt on the faults of his brother and spoke so sarcastically that the hearer was disgusted. Generally, we see that people have a tendency to scandalize others unnecessarily and this brings on ill feelings. Saints see scandal in another light. They say that there are various ways of cleansing or removing dirt, that is by means of water and soap, etc. But a scandal monger has got a way of his own. He removes the dirt, that is faults of others, by his tongue. So in a way, he obliges the person whom he reveals, and for this he is to be thanked. Sai Baba had his own method of correcting the scandal mongers. He knew by his omniscience that what the slanderer had done, and when he met him at noon near the Lendi, Baba pointed out to him a pig that was eating filth near the fence and said to him, "Behold, how with what relish it is gulping filth. Your conduct is similar. You go on relieving your own brethren to your heart's content. After performing many deeds of merit, you are born as a human, and if you act like this, how can Shirdi help you in any way?" Needless to say that Bhakta took the lesson to his heart and went away. In this way, Baba went on giving instructions whenever necessary. If these are borne in mind and acted upon, the spiritual goal, that is, the realization, is not far off. There is a proverb which says, if there be my Hari, that is the Lord, he will feed me on my cot. This proverb is only true in respect of food and clothing. But if anyone believing this sits idle and does nothing in spiritual matters, he will be ruined. One has to exert himself to his utmost for attaining self-realization. The more he endeavors, the better for him. Baba said that he was omnipresent, transcending land, air, world, light, and heaven, and that he was not localized. To remove the misunderstanding of those who thought that Baba was only his body, 3 cubits and half in length, he incarnated himself in this form, and if any devotee meditated on him day and night with complete self surrender, he experienced complete union with him. Like sweetness and sugar, like waves and sea, like eye and its eyesight. He who wants to get rid of the cycle of births and deaths should lead to righteousness, life with his mind calm and composed. He should not speak harshly to anyone so as to hurt him. He should always engage himself in good actions. should do his duties and surrender himself heart and soul to him. He need not he need not then be afraid of anything. He who trusts him entirely hears and expounds his Leelas and does not think of anything else. It is sure to attain self-realization. Baba asked many to remember his name and to surrender to him, but to those who wanted to know who they were, that is, who am I, he advised Shravan, that is, study, and Manan, that is, contemplation. To some, he advised remembering God's name, to others, hearing his Leelas, to some, worship of his feet, to others, reading and studying Adhyatmik Ramayana, Dhyaneshwari, and other sacred scriptures. Some he made them sit near his feet, some he sent to Kandoba's temple, and some he advised the repetition of 1,000 names of Vishnu, that is Vishnu Sahasranama, and some the study of Chandogya Upanishad and Gita. There was neither any limit nor any restriction to his instructions. He gave in person or by visions and dreams. To someone who was addicted to drink, he appeared in his dream, sat on his chest, pressed it, and left him after he gave a promise not to touch liquor anymore. To some, he explained some mantras like Guru Brahma in dreams. To some devotees who were practicing Hatha Yoga, he sent word that he should leave off Hatha Yoga practices, sit quiet, and wait, that is, with saburi. It is impossible to describe all his ways and methods. In extraordinary worldly dealings, he set examples by his actions, one of which is given below. That is, remuneration for labor. One day at noon, Baba came to Radha Krishnamai's house and said, "Bring me a ladder." Some men bought it and set it against the wall of the house, as directed by Baba. He climbed up on the roof of Vaman Gandokar's house, passed over the roof of Radha Krishnamai's house, and then he got down from the other corner. What object Baba had, none could know or understand. Radha Krishnamai was at that time shivering with malaria. It may be to drive off that fever that he may have gone up there. Immediately after getting down, Baba paid 2 rupees to the persons who brought the ladder. Somebody asked Baba, why paid him so much for this? He replied that nobody should take the labor of others in vain. The worker should be paid his dues properly, promptly, and liberally. If the principle taught by Baba be followed, that is, if the remuneration for labor be paid promptly and satisfactorily, the laborer will turn out better and both the laborers and their employers will be profited. And there will be no room for lockouts and strikes, no ill feeling between the labor and the capital. Bow to Shri Sai and peace be to all. This is the part 2 of chapter 18 and 19. I request you, please send me your comments and support. Please like, share, subscribe if you really are happy with my English recitation. Thank you.